back in NASL, you can't go wrong with any match. Uh, and certainly RAAAHH versus Bunn is going to be a fun one. It looks like we're headed to Night Market first, which was, if I'm not mistaken, RAAH's pick for the map draft. Stacks and peaks start, so lots of speed at the disposal here. I won't be surprised if many of these players will be opting for peak performance just in an effort to stay alive.
And to be clear, I'm pretty sure the no ban was just Demon's choice, okay? That was not like the TOs made them not ban. They just decided to not ban a striker, so that's on them. And of course, peak performance and stacks on stacks. We get another speed game, folks. Woohoo! Yeah, more speed. And as we get into this one here, of course, Kainoob playing this DUBU midfield has been something that Demons RAAAHH have been known to do, especially Kainoob, DUBU, Gumi playing Era on Night Market in particular. We saw this last week from them. No real surprise to see it here as well. The effective ability for this DUBU to shut off one half of the map with the Tofu Fortress is not to be discounted, and of course has a decent bit of KO pressure, things of the sort there as well. At the moment, it's going to net Demons RAAAHH at least the first two goal barriers. Liari going to come in on the Flying Phoenix, and Lilyvon's going to pick up Firewall Sentry here, but no one really has the opportunity to score quite yet. Kainoob, Snake both approaching. That'll force the energy burst, but now Snake steals it right away from Scyther to claim the first goal.
Yeah, I will say, I'm pretty sure Demons probably would have run this comp regardless of what Awakenings showed up here. But certainly, if there's any start that you want to see with this Era Double Brawler comp, it's speed. I mean, immediately right out the gate, along with the help of this Era speed, they're able to just take over that top lane, and it's only through some good defense on the part of Bunn that their barriers don't get taken there. But it's only a few more seconds before it goes down. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of barrier bursting like this from Demons this game.
Gumi flying in on this Era, covering the top side of the map. Demons really want to try to score here. Snake is forward and will win the strike war to take the goal. And again, there's Gumi. When you saw the video play right before we went into this match, very aggressive, very far forward, in your face in terms of playing the goalie. And you know, the Era pick, you don't think of something that's going to play super far forward, but any character that Gumi plays is going to be on the other side of the map at least some points, probably for about 20% of the game, as you see him hover over the midfield line. And Demons commanding presence here early in this first game.
Yeah, another big thing that we're seeing here is that Liari is actually having to come back on defense, which means that Bunn is losing control of the speed gate as Kainoob pops the goal in right there, a 3-0 set for Demons. It's really, really tough for Bunn on defense. They have to commit a lot of stuff, which just allows Gumi to take control of the speed gate. That'll be a Kainoob set MVP here. Lots of fantastic stuff on the board. In particular, I'm eyeing Catalyst and Unstoppable for this draft as kind of the big wins, but it'll actually be a Timeless Creator pickup from Kainoob, wanting to lock down those lanes even more, just like you were saying, K-Bot. More speed for Snake is never going to be a bad option, but it will be the Catalyst that falls to Scyther in the goalie position. Rest of the draft, relatively standard. More speed on Gumi is going to be big as we jump into this next kickoff.
Yeah, I think, you know, if you're Scyther here, you're thinking, all right, I might as well take away the Catalyst. There wasn't a lot that he really wanted, I'd assume. But maybe thinking if you pick up the Catalyst now, you're denying that away, and maybe you can find Egoist in a later draft. It'll be difficult to do, especially as Demons RAAAHH start running away with the game. That'll be first priority, but KO happens here early. Kainoob taken off the pitch, so power play opportunity here. Liari finds another KO, and now it's a formality to get the goal in on the double power play. Well done. Find a couple KOs here. Maybe this is the path to victory for Bunn Bunn, but of course, the more that you start winning rounds against Demons, the more disciplined they will become.
Always the fear with this team, but Bunn is rocking an energy advantage right here. That'll be a flip burn by Lily Bunn immediately for the barrier. And as long as they keep their energy economy up, there's a pretty good chance that they can take this as they get the last barrier.
Scyther now flying in. Does have the energy burst. Was looking for an offensive play. Got stunned for a moment, and the core got away from Bunn Bunn Bonanza. Liari saying hello to Gumi in that goal box. Scyther, nice use of the energy burst, keeping the goal barrier intact. Lily Bunn can't quite get it past the rollout log of Kainu. Here's the Firewall Sentry, but the core still finds a way past it. Liari now on the dribble is going to get shrunk, but a glitch pop from Lily Bunn is going to be what puts the goal away, capitalizing on that clear angle from Gumi.
Yeah, very smart timing on the glitch pop as well. If Lily Bunn had tried to predict with that ability, Gumi almost certainly would have never gone for that clear angle, but recognizing that she was in position to just react with it, she just waited to see where Gumi struck. Very smart way of, going about your offense. But in the meantime, it is RAAAHH who are currently on the offensive.
Oh! Tofu Fortress comes up. That is a nasty one there. Will guarantee the goal barrier, and the core will find the back of the net as well. I actually thought that the core wouldn't have the opportunity to slip by it on the top side, but indeed it does, and there you find the power of this DUBU pickup, which in general, as we've seen so far, not actually a very popular striker in the league up to this point. A 5.64 pick ban presence heading into the day today. I imagine that most of those picks actually are, at least half of them are probably from Kainu, on a very similar idea here. And worth noting, of course, that the presence Kainu has always had in the league has made him the all-time assist leader for the North American Strikers League. Currently sits at 367 entering the day today, which is 4 ahead of the next closest, who is Vaughn. Snake, beautifully done. Find the energy burst there, and will send us to a 5th goal in set 2.
Yeah, 5th goal and a reset onto the stacks on stacks of Scyther 12. Gumi, on the other hand, still rocking the full stacks. Only 1 KO. To my knowledge, there was just that 1 double KO found early on in this set from Bunn. But they haven't felt like they've had the same amount of momentum yet. Like you said, Demons could just turn on the switch if they really want to. But we'll see if Bunn find a way to persevere in the final point of the set.
I knew so much speed out of this DUBU, especially when it's boosted up by the Flutterfly. There's the energy burst denied away by Lily Bunn. Maelstrom comes through. It'll clear the way for the goal, and now we'll take Liari off the pitch with a KO. Power play opportunity here. Kainu drops back midfield line. Oh, we're going to slip past. Looks like the goal barrier is going to get punished by Lily Bunn, and now just buying a little bit more time. Beautiful strike war win from Liari. Now we'll take it away from Kainu, looking to try to take this one herself even. Can't quite find it as everyone else joins the party, and Snake finds the KO. Still, the power play continues here for Demons RAAAHH, just when you thought the Bunn Bunn might have had an opportunity. But they're winning their strike wars up to this point. Couple of nasty clears from Scyther to get it away from this barrier. Playing incredibly well this point. Bunn Bunn definitely wants to try take the set away. Try to build up some momentum with some early Awakenings carousel picks, but open goal gates on both sides now. Giga Blast goes wide. Snake is there, and it bounces off the far post and in. Not exactly the angle you wanted to see if you're Scyther, but it'll mean Demons RAAAHH is up 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, Scyther is putting out some seriously impressive defense, but if the core never leaves your side of the field, what are you really defending? And, I mean, that's an answer that Bunn's going to have to find if they want to try to reverse sweep this game. 1-2 punch on Snake is going to make that difficult. Kainu and Snake getting so much speed and KO potential out of this draft is just going to enhance what they've already been doing this game to such a higher degree. I will say, for Bunn, some nice purchase. Maybe, the extra speed on Scyther is going to give them a little bit more of a midfield presence, kind of allow them to go up and control the speed gate like Gumi's doing. You'll see him grab that on kickoff right here. So yeah, we'll see if Bunn is able to kind of get out of their own goal net and really apply some pressure this set, because that's what they're going to need if they want to turn this around.
likely going to need a little bit more control overall. Back to the fundamentals of what made this Bunn Bunn team incredibly good in seasons past, back on their former roles, was the fact that they were able to control the core so effectively, keep things tight, keep them incredibly close-knit passing play. But Kainoob's DUBU poses a significant challenge to that idea, no matter how you slice it. Just with the amount of hitboxes that the DUBU could just roll out for free, next thing you know, you find yourself KO'd with something janky because you just weren't expecting it at all. And so Bunn Bunn really has to try to keep that one up. And I imagine that's what Scyther's thinking when he picks up the aerials. If I can pick up a little bit of extra speed, a little bit of extra, in addition to having the projectile range, maybe we'll have a larger presence on the map, but has been able to keep the core out for now. Snake closing in. Kainoob comes up just shy, and everyone is there for Demons RAAAAHH. Once again, it's a party in the enemy goal box for Demons. They're 2 goals away from winning map 1.
Watching Kainoob cook on this DUBU, I can't help but imagine him as just Demon's second goalie in the midfield. I mean, we're used to seeing DUBU in the goal box, right? But Kainoob just does not let the core get past the midfield. And you know what? If he slips up from time to time, you got a whole other goalie waiting back there in the form of Gumi. So yeah, it does just kind of feel like a possession powerhouse game for Demons. And if things go the way they've been going, I'm sure this game won't last too much longer.
And that's the other thing that makes this Demons RAAAAHH composition incredibly strong on Night Market in particular, is if you've basically got 2 goalies, you can put one of them on the top side, one of them on the bottom side, and the core doesn't go past the midfield line unless you find a KO against this team, which Bunn Bunn did for, what, maybe 1 point, but hasn't been able to replicate that level of success. Liari, oh, awkward bounce off the split barrier means the possession goes right back to Demons RAAAAHH. Now, though, Liari finds the double. Would look to take it herself off the dribble, comes up just shy on the punch. Kainoob, though, tries to maintain possession here. Lilybun will win the strike for Liari to herself. No, awkward bounces even still for the Bunn Bunn Bonanza squad. You can't capitalize on some of these breakaways thus far. Overtime now. Firewall Sentry is out. But can't find the core there. Keep it trapped on the opposite corner, and there's always a way around. Liari's so close, but just off of the near post. Lilybun, once again. One more time up to Liari. No, Gumi's going to find the energy burst to take it away. And now it's Scyther needing to hold on the backside. Does have the energy burst ready here as well. There's the check from Snake. Scyther will use the energy burst, and the core continues bouncing off of the corners. Good save by Scyther there. Kainoob back up to Snake. Checks. Lilybun is there just at the edge of her strike range. Able to keep this one away, but Kainoob on the dribbling play. There's the energy burst and the collapse on the goal. Beautifully done from Demons RAAAAHH, and they're now on game point.
So some of y'all might be looking at that last point and be wondering, why did it take Demons so long to score? And I think I have a very good answer to that. They are waging a war of attrition right now. You have 2 massive hitboxes in the form of Asher and DUBU. They're both very fast, thanks to their Era Goalie and Speed Awakenings. And so they can just afford to kind of sit here and strike until there's an opportunity. So we're seeing Bunn use like a lot of abilities just to try to keep the core at bay, and then Demons are able to swoop in when the opportunity presents itself, kind of getting the roll on to Liari there. Oh, and there's the goal. That's the game. Demons take match 1.
Game 1 for Demons RAAAAHH, to hardly anybody's surprise on Night Market here, playing this DUBU, which continued to be a massive problem for the Bunn Bunn side of things, and just couldn't quite find the opportunity to have a goal. Sure, there were some opportunities for Liari there in some of the points, but those were, you know, few and far between in the grand scheme of things. And especially, the one thing about Demons RAAAAHH is that once they're able to find an ounce of a setup, they'll be able to capitalize and find the goal when it matters most. Kainoob will add 5 assists to his all-time record in this first game, and we'll see where the rest of this one goes, because that did not look very good for Bunn Bunn here, who again, struggling so far this season. I imagine just hasn't quite had all of the time that they might have liked heading in, but they are on the brink of just being out of playoffs contention. Especially with a loss here, it all but basically mathematically takes them out of playoffs contention. So a tough opponent to be staring down the barrel for this week 6 where you're still winless. But they're gonna have to find a way, and I don't know if you can find an answer. It'll be very much map dependent here, as we now get to go over to their map pick. It'll be Atlas's lab. We'll see what the options are here for Bunn Bunn, and if they've got anything prepared. Because if you've got something prepared, you're on what might be your last life here. You might as well come through.
And I have to imagine another big part of the stress here going up against Demons. We're about to move to AtLab, which is a completely different arrangement compared to Night Market, right? Sometimes it's kind of half closed with the black hole there, but for the most part, it's a relatively open map. So even if, you recognize your mistakes on that Night Market game as Bunn Bunn, and you kind of see what RAAAH we're playing at on Night Market, you can't really take what you just learned and apply it to the next game that we're about to go into. Everything that Bunn Bunn are about to cook up right now has to be made at runtime. It is an incredibly high stress, high pressure scenario for them, and it's going to take a lot to overcome it.
If there's any time to activate the underbun buff, now would be the time to do it. If you still got it at your disposal, and hopefully they've got something up their sleeves. Worth noting how the rest of this one played out. Kind of interesting that I think Bunn Bunn elects to take away Demon Deus and then end up playing on Atlas's lab anyway. The two more damage heavy, closer maps overall. And no real surprise here either that Night Market is the eventual pick for RAAAH. Although I suppose maybe if Demon Deus is left open, I mean, they probably pick Night Market here regardless. I think they've been playing well in Night Market so far this season. Now I'm going to go back and look at that. Let's see. Demons RAAAH.
Give us the statistics. I appreciate that you've got the statistics on
I
hand,
haven't pulled up.
I haven't looked at any of them.
I haven't pulled up. A named player has been putting in a lot of work on the back end to build out the statistics offerings for the North American Strikers League. So shout outs. Anytime that you hear anybody say any stat in terms of competitive Omega Strikers, a named player probably at this point had some say in putting that up. Demons RAAAH is now 4-0 on Night Market. In Demon Deus, they have only played one game on in which they won. They haven't picked it at all. So they've only picked Night Market. They picked Inkies once, and they picked Clarion once as well. So, yeah, I guess they've looked strongest on Night Market all season, I think. So it's not surprise to see them at all there. Start, we are almost into Striker Select here. Egoist and Timeless Creator are first on the board. Egoist right now, by the way, sits at the top, having the lowest average pick slot. So if you were to rank every Awakening based off of when they, on average, got picked over the course of an Awakenings draft, Egoist is picked average at 2.42 on that slot. So expect to be seeing a lot of energy bursts here, folks.
Yeah, it's not really a surprise to me at all that Egoist still sits so high up on the draft priority. It's good on everybody. Everybody's got the energy bar. Everybody loves a little bit of extra speed. Everybody loves a little bit of extra evasion when they can get it. So it is just a universal utility item. And even after being nerfed so many times over the course of past patches, is still just one of the best picks out there.
And yet here we are. Speed is meta. Speed is king once more. And so what better Awakening it is to have that speed in there as well. Finally, into Striker Select, it'll be Bunn Bunn banning away Snake's X in the Juliet ban from Demons RAAAH, targeting Liari in specific. Of course, Liari does have a couple of other options that she could go over to, but has been playing the Juliet for comfort in the brawler role for most of the season up to this point, and so we'll see what else happens here. And it's the rune pick first. I didn't know anyone on this team had a rune.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Lily Bunn. Actually, I've seen all three of them play Rune. I can't remember how serious those matches were when I witnessed that. So yeah, I'll be honest. Your guess is as good as mine as to who's going to be feeling that today. And I'm not surprised at all to see the Aimee show up in this draft though for Demons. Undoubtedly, either Kainoob or Gumi on that is going to be a universal threat. Might be one of the few characters that would opt for Timeless and not go for the Egoist here. That turret can apply a lot of pressure, but I mean, you just kind of can't go wrong, especially with Demons RAAAAHH, which have two of the most notable Aimee players in the league.
Aimee highest pick ban presence up to this point, but the Bunn Bunn composition is really what I want to focus on here, because we now see the lock-in of double midfield, and realistically, like, Juno could go to the goal box, and you could put DUBU midfield, do the exact same thing that Kainoob was doing a second ago, maybe for the extra damage there, too. There's a lot of flexibility in terms of this composition, and no one really in the scoring slot that can just shove the core back, maybe save for the DUBU. So it'll be interesting to see where everyone ends up going here and how this composition ends up playing out. It does provide a little bit more map presence for Bunn Bunn, which is something we commented on in the last one, them lacking, especially in response to Kainoob playing the DUBU. So we'll see whether or not these creation characters can be in the way and interrupt the general flow of things for Demons RAAAAHH taking this core away.
Yeah, if I had a guess, I'm guessing that this is Liari on the Juno, and we're probably about to see a bit of Juno brawlery. And this is Lily Bunn hovering the DUBU. She can cook on it in the goal box. One of the most notable ice skate DUBU goalies, and still, you know, an incredibly good DUBU goalie even now. And now we're going to get to see her cook on it in the midfield. And we've got a rune in the goal box with Scyther 12. I haven't seen rune goalie in quite some time. It's certainly an unorthodox pick.
Somebody call up Megaverse for the rune in the goal box. Slick kicks are the option for both brawlers. For both brawlers, I should say both midfielders between Liari and Lily Bunn on Bunn Bunn. And Egoist obviously going to be the play for a lot of this. But I think Scyther thinking back to the ye olden days of picking a Creation Awakening with Rune on Atlas's lab, where if you just put the anomaly on, they can't get the core around the barrier. So GG, I guess, for those couple of seconds. Although, have to be careful here, as once again, if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. Here comes Demons RAAAAHH roaring right back to take the first goal.
Yeah, I will say, you know, to the point about placing pillars on the barriers, that, you know, it used to be a lot bigger threat than it is nowadays, I think, because people have just realized that you can stand wherever the rune wants to place pillars. Yeah. And especially when you have Demons RAAAAHH, where, I mean, Kainoob and Gumi are going to get the core up there. You can probably, if the rune pillars are really that much of a problem, just have Snake go stand on top of Scyther. But we'll see. Barriers are down once more for Bunn Bunn.
Vanish here against Snake. Won't find the KO as of just yet. Lily Bunn will commit something for it, but you try to make the KO happen, and it draws your attention away from what the other two members of doing are Demons RAAAAHH. Kainoob and Gumi will team up for that goal. Beautiful setup there. Yeah,
Timeless turret. Always a doozy. I noted that Timeless would be one of the few ones. What a double barrier. Was that a flip from someone? I couldn't even tell you how the core managed to get there.
Yeah, great question. All I know is that it feels like Demons RAAAAHH are playing on a different level in comparison to the Bunn Bunn roster today. There's the energy burst to open up the goal barriers here again. Liari tries for the goal there with the fling, but doesn't get it. Firewall Sentry is out here as Demons RAAAAHH attempt to create some pace on the top side of the map, but are denied. And Bunn drops all the way back. Now looking for the passes back and forth. Back to basics here, maybe for the Bunn Bunn Bonanza. And now the rollout long is going to get interrupted by Snake. Bunn in trouble, could be taken away. Beautiful setup there from Scyther, just preventing any option from Snake. But now low on cooldowns, and that's going to be just the thing that Snake needs. And it's an easy flick for the goal.
Yeah, a big thing that is contributing to RAAAH's success right now, especially in this match. They've got so much damage on this Aimi and Zentaro, and I'm sure that we're about to see more of it with this draft. So many heavy hitting awakenings here. And they'll just sort of play the core to the side of whoever has the least stagger, the least evade. In that case, it was Bunn, and she was just quickly taken out of the play because they can just send the core in her general direction and then kit dump her. With Deadeye on Aimi, that's going to become even more of a threat now. Obviously, an incredibly high damage awakening, and that goalie can always save abilities to just dump out damage whenever they're needed. But Bunn do not come back from this draft fruitless. At the very least, perfect form and some sparks heading their direction for some future scaling opportunities, as well as Scyther having a lot more defensive cooldowns. It's not going to save them from a Snake Onslaught, though, as both barriers go down very early.
You can say all you want about the Brazians for Bunn Bunn, but the second the Demons RAAAAHH can get set up, especially Gumi in his offensive play with a Firewall Sentry, cutting off half the map and creating basically an impossibility of a problem to get the core around, it's looking pretty doomed. The pace, again, that Demons RAAAHH is playing with, often taking both barriers away in the blink of an eye. Something to be quite astonished by. Snake in trouble again. Bunn in pursuit of the KO, but now is out of cooldowns, and just Gooby comes right in to punish immediately. Cyber Swipe, Energy Burst, and you're taken down. Snake drops back, just looking to heal up. Liari is next on the chopping block here. The anomaly gets in the way, but it's a pass right back to Kainu. There's Liari, excuse me, getting KO'd. Scyther finds the defense to prevent both barriers from going down this time, but even still, Demons RAAAHH now only on one energy burst, looking against Kainu. The strike shot doesn't find the KO just yet. Lavo is there, Liari kind of in position. Here comes the special as well, but it's just not enough right now. As both Kainu and Gumi are dropped back. Holding the line, here's the energy burst. Scyther tries to get out of there, but Snake is still in position. Kainu flying in. There's the shadow swap here for Scyther. Double banish. Well done to find the hold. There's the gold barrier on the other side of the map, but Bunn can't create any offensive play, and Scyther is just a little too late.
Yeah, Gumi actually being all the way on the other side, dropped the eject button. It was Snake who was staggered all the way back in the other side of the goal box. There isn't any KO confirmed pressure for Bunn's comp, like at all, really. They kind of don't have a way to secure these KOs, and so when one of the RAAAHH members gets staggered, they just walk back and kind of don't really have to fear for their life much at all. I mean, yes, you know, you've taken a member of the reigning champions of the North American Strikers League out of the play for a few seconds, but it's going to take more than that to bring back this game and beyond that, the series.
Vanish is out here. There's the KO as the Summer Assault is found against Kainu. Power play opportunity here. Liari with good coverage on the Blobos. Lily is in there. We'll find both barriers. Open goal gates now, but the energy burst is out of Snake. Blobo is going to intercept. What was that interaction? I need to see that one in slow motion to figure out what just happened. But somehow the Blobo is there to just take it away from Snake.
Yeah, I think it was just a primary in between where Snake dashed and where the core was. Just caught it before it ever reached his dash. Forward in the net moment, but Bunn are making progress this set. We'll see if they can keep up the momentum.
Vanish is out here. Scyther's gotten a couple more defensive plays out. Liari looks for her own Blobo. It despawns, and the Gravity Well will be activated. Now finds the Blobo to get it around Gumi. Bunn, offensive play. This is what you want to see with the DUBU in the midfield. And now, beautiful passing setup. Liari will bring it to herself and find the Blobo bounce for the goal. Bunn suddenly with a little pep in their step.
Yeah, they're not letting RAAAH rule the field anymore. In particular, they're making them split their attention. If you want to go, you know, wail on Lilybun and try to KO her, you're going to have to also simultaneously deal with Liari. Like, even as Lilybun gets KO'd here, Liari was able to run up the field, grab a barrier right there. You know, from time to time, at least, you know, they are going to get some nice plays off of that. But if they can make it consistent enough, Bunn Bunn might still have a shot here.
Snake doesn't let the interruption to his play this time, and that vanish for a couple seconds completely ruin his mojo. Although Liari, oh, so close, has to use the dodge to get away from Snake. The anomaly was out. Lilybun now looks forward to Liari. Blabo comes in just a little bit too late for the pass to herself. And weird bounce out of the corner there as well. Liari now back up to at least not dangerously low stagger, but Snake in pursuit. There's the vanish out. Scyther going to use a lot of cooldowns, and that's going to allow Kaidu to just walk right forward, use that energy burst in the goal line, and that is the set again. Once more, you think Bunn Bunn might have an answer, but Demons RAAAAHH will find a way to turn it back on, and it'll be Kainu, of course, selecting first pick in this next draft, and Bunn Bunn still on the ropes here.
Yeah, no surprises that Fight or Flight is what comes out here. I wouldn't be surprised if Scyther picks up Manya here. Yeah, it could have opted for the team player as well, but it actually looks like Lilybun will be going for that instead. So lots of core speed and defensive prowess on the side of Bunn Bunn here, but so much more damage and speed for RAAAH. I mean, both of these teams are kind of, you know, playing their own versions of the game. But I mean, Gumi has Deadeye Super Surge. Can really just delete you from across the map whenever he wants. It's going to take a lot of defensive cooldowns from Scyther to put up with just this constant power play that RAAAH are about to have.
Yeah, and right now has to hope that he can find, what, a little more off of the perfect form to try to regenerate some of these anomalies, right? Like, there's not a ton that Scyther can do. Gumi, 4 KO streak now as the power play continues for Demons RAAAHH. Double banish, though, comes out of Scyther. Core find a way around the anomaly, though. Oh, no. Demons, 2 goals away now.
Yeah, the Demons are showing no signs of stopping. This train left the station long ago in their books, and they intend to let it arrive as intended. There's a flip pop combo, or not even a flip, but just a blink into glitch pop from Gumi. A little bit of a slap in the face. I believe Lilybun was the one who originally popularized that combo, and here she is getting taken out by it. But Bunn do manage to find a KO in return.
Scyther already has basically used everything in the Runes kit. So Lilybun has to drop back, play a little bit defensively for a moment. Liari does find a barrier, but 2 energy bursts online. There's the Oni's played out. There's another anomaly. Scyther's already used the shadow swap, but an actual solid defense there just denies the energy burst, sends it right back the other way for Lilybun here. And the Bunn Bunn Bonanza will at least equalize the set.
Was that kind of trying to catch the lost Strike War with a Giga? Is that what just happened there? I would have to look back at the clip to parse that as Lilybun gets taken off the map once more. But, I mean, it is a point for Bunn Bunn, and they'll take those whenever they can get them.
Take a point, but lose a member early in the next one. Gumi, come on, man. Come on. Really? You're really going for that right now? In set 3, you're up 2 sets to 0. You're trying to do a little backwards clear run. You know what? Fine. Mind of his own over here. The Demons RAAAHH captain. Snake low on stagger, but still maintains decent control here. The anomaly isn't quite going to do it. Has to commit the energy burst here as well. Kaidu going to interrupt things, but the double banish comes out here. Also caught the core, but Scyther can't keep the barrier up for any longer. Kaidu still with control. Liari's going to have to jump back, and now gets denied the core flip with the barrage. Scyther has the anomaly at the ready here. Kaidu once again also low on stagger, and Lilybun has dropped back yet once again. to attempt to assist in the goal box, but it's almost not enough. Scyther going to find the redirect to himself, but here's the goal line flip into almost is sent away by Lilybud. But again, everything is burned, and that leaves the opportunity on the top side of the map. It is now match point for Demons RAAAAHH.
I gotta hand it to Bunn. Like, they're defending for way longer than I expected them to. Their barriers are staying alive. They're keeping it out of the goal box. But they're never going to get any offensive opportunities. Like, it is always Bunn on defense, Demons RAAAAHH on offense. And, like, you have to score points to win this game. Many people are saying this, that you have to score goals to win Omega Strikers. And defense is just not going to do it. But they get the goal barriers open somehow. Bunn Bunn, another chance at a miracle. Snake taken off the board here, but the KOs are traded. And barrier advantage to Bunn Bunn.
Kind of just happy to sit here. Oh no. Own barrier take. That one's brought away. Kainoob has enough speed here to just dribble it to himself. just playing his own game right now. How long can I walk with the core, really, on this Kai? There's the energy burst immediately denied by Lilybud. Here's her own energy burst. Tries to check Gooby, but Gooby pops back with the eject button. Oni's blade is out. Kainoob takes it himself. Cross up to the other side. And Demons RAAAAHH will advance to 4-2 this season.
Yeah, I didn't take a look at the predictions beforehand. Did we even run a prediction? Yes, we did. And 89% RAAAAHH is not a surprise there, watching the series that we just did. Yeah, honestly, I'm surprised that the stat lines aren't even more disgustingly in favor of the Demons. Kainoob, 174 redirects, kind of says it all when you realize that Gumi actually has the least in the lobby at 81. That guy did not have to touch the core. He was able to just sit back and deal 25k damage with Deadeye Super Surge the whole game.
That's all Gumi really wants to do anyway. So. Yeah.
Why do you think he picked up Kainoob in the first place? Lets him have more fun.
Well, that's that. Demons RAAAAHH will take the match. Bunn Bunn now 0-6 this season. I think unlikely, if not impossible, to make playoffs at this point for them. So they'll just look to try to finish out the season as things stand. Demons RAAAAHH have yet to face Bozo Bunch, Sad Boys, and Showtime. So incredibly tough back half the season for this Demons RAAAAHH lineup. This might have been the last match where they got to have a little more fun, because the teams that they've yet to play are either incredibly storied and respected teams, or obviously this Bozo Bunch team has been popping off so far this season and is in the running there in the middle. So we'll see how this ends up going for them. Obviously, we've seen them having fun, but what's going to happen when they start to get tested? Time will tell.